Most modern smartphones have inertial measurement units, things like gyroscopes, accelerometers, magnetometers, which track the orientation of the device in three-dimensional space. You can use these, for example, in Godot to control a player in your game, which is what I was trying to do in mine. And one under-discussed issue I ran into is that actually the axes forward direction are reversed in the Z for Godot as compared to Android. Even though they're all defined directionally the same, actually the forward direction for Z is negative in Godot and positive for Android. So I'll show you how I was able to fix that and how to clarify this for future people who stumble into this issue. Let's go. Here is a visual demonstration of the issue I initially ran into when attempting to implement IMU control in Godot. The asteroids in the scene are contained in an object pool. The script controlling the pool contains a function for spawning the asteroids in a certain time interval. The spawn position and vector are determined relative to the player's position and velocity. Essentially, the idea is to have the asteroid spawn in front of the player from the vanishing point or horizon and move generally towards the player with slight variation in individual velocities and angular momenta. When I first tried this, I noticed, as you can see, that the asteroids were spawning in from behind the player rather than in front. I pored over my code again and again and couldn't find anything wrong with what I had written. After some time with ChatGPT, I came to understand that Android OS reports orientation differently than Godot, and that some conversion would be needed to get the two to properly integrate. Though on the surface they may appear to have the same orientation coordinates, Android's forward Z direction faces out of the screen towards the user, whilst Godot's is reversed, facing into the device screen. What makes this even more confusing? The two coordinate systems maintain the same naming conventions for respective axis directions, albeit Godot takes forward to be -Z. Because of this difference in reference frame and axis convention, rotations in-game can likewise appear reversed or inverted. My initial intuition was to negate the Z component of the asteroid velocity vector 3. However, doing so produces less than ideal results because it violates SO3 rotations, leading to physically invalid configurations. I found that the proper way to do this is to use the vector 3 variance rotated method to rotate around the y-axis by pi radians instead. This preserves the rotation matrix determinant as +1, representing proper rotations in 3D space.